when I look at where technology has come just in the last 23 years, it is amazing. I remember the first electronics device I ever saw was an iPhone 3. I remember looking at this little gadget and thinking, wow, you can actually not only talk on the phone and add 3-digit numbers, but you could literally cut down a tree with this. That's where technology has come in the last quarter century. And I know, for me personally, when I look at the way I refer to my past now as the past quarter century, I realize, wow, I am so much smarter than so many other people who have not been around as long as I have. And then, when I stop to think about that, I realize, wow, you are now going the path of everybody who's ever gotten older and now starts to think they know more than people who are just coming along now do, even though you don't. And that's not fair. Which is also the reason that I told my children to not say, it's not fair. Because when you live your life like that, and you look at other people and you say, that's not fair, what it's really doing is saying, I'm not thinking about them, I'm thinking about this. When you're thinking about this instead of that, then you start to miss out on the opportunity to do things like go to the fair, where you could actually truly say, it's not fair. Like if you went to a circus, you could say, it's not fair. Or it's not a fair, it would be a circus.
We were done a long time ago. I was just letting you talk.
It says it's still recording.
Oh, it is.
Oh. Well, why am I still talking?
Because you were making a really good point.
I went to a circus a long time ago, and I still remember this moment as vivid in my imagination. We're watching the monkeys jump around and watching the lions jump through their little fiery hoops and watching people eat peanuts and all that. And then I saw this elephant walk into one of the rings, and it literally ate this child. It picked it up with its trunk and it literally swallowed this child. And ever since then, it's been hard for me to go to the fair. And this was not actually a fair, it was a circus. But I frequently think of them as being very similar kinds of deals. Probably the only reason being because they both have animals. I read a book about the World's Fair last year. Chicago, 1896. It's pretty amazing. Sometimes I wish I was an architect. There's a difference between a World's Fair and actually going to a fair, like a mobile fair. It just gets moved from one place to another. And I've always kind of felt sorry for fairs that had to move around because you hardly ever hear about them. You hear about circuses that move around. You hardly ever hear about fairs that move around. Fairs usually tend to just stay in one place. I actually don't know of a fair that's ever moved, because fairs usually tend to be located in just like one central spot, like Tillamook County Fair or Clark County Fair or the World Fair kind of thing. But a circus you can take anywhere. A circus is completely mobile. What are you waiting for me to do? But the one thing that bothers me about circuses is the lack of, I think you got what you need.
Sure.
What are you doing? Are you really shooting at 1.8? Are you? You're still recording. Where are you recording?
Can you turn your phone off while we're recording?
This is your phone. I'm looking at me. I'm looking at me as you're looking through the lens of that. It's like a house of mirrors. You know what else has a house of mirrors? A circus. I remember going to this little family circus when I was younger. I was really excited. I went to a circus 2 times when I was younger. The first time was really great because I didn't know anything about what we were doing. I got yanked out of school, and that's where we ended up going. And it was really neat. I don't remember anything about it, but it was really neat. And the second time we went to a circus, I was really excited. Then we went to the circus, and it was this little tiny circus. It was kind of a letdown. I've been to a fair too. What really bothers me about fairs is when you have to pay to get into a fair. I don't like that. I don't mind paying admission to get into some things, but to pay to get into a fair just seems wrong, because you know you're going to have to pay for virtually everything inside of the fair. And there's something about going into places, having to pay an entrance fee to get into somewhere where you're going to have to pay for everything else once you're in. It just bothers me.
Oh, don't answer that. That's a telemarketer.
How much
Please
is it?
don't. I've been ignoring their calls for a long time.
Do you want me to take it?
Please don't.
You want me to take it?
We have 17 seconds because I don't want
speak to
people to
them.
watch more than 7 minutes of you.
I will speak to them. No, let me. Just give me the go-ahead. That's all I need. Just give me the
No,
go-ahead.
please don't.
Please,
Please don't.
please.
I beg you not to.
I really wanted to.
4, 3, 2, 1. You're welcome.